You know, I've done like 3 playthroughs on Nightmare. I think I'm just gonna do one on Ultraviolence just for the fun factor. If I feel Ultraviolence is a little too easy, then I'll bump it up to Nightmare, I guess. So you walk eternally through the Shadow Realm, standing against evil where all others falter. May your thirst for retribution never quench. May the blood of your sword never dry. And may we never need you again.
They are rage, brutal, without mercy. But you will be worse. Rip and tear, until it is done.
We have to contain this.
You know, I've never put on subtitles before, and it's like the actual text is kind of fuzzy looking. I don't know if that's like intentional or some kind of glitch.
Cannot determine the cause of the demonic invasion until the Resop satellite is brought back online.
Welcome. I'm Dr. Samuel Hayden. I'm the head of this facility. I think we can work together and resolve this problem in a way that benefits us both. We don't have
Additional relics were found in the tomb alongside the Doomarine. Some incantation tablets, an ancient combat suit, which was given a name, the Praetor suit. When found, it was encased in an inscribed stone tomb. The suit was extracted from the rock, cleaned, and subjected to numerous tolerance tests, and found to be almost impervious to any damage. Appeared to have some mechanical function as well, small receptors on the gloves and chest plate that attracted argent plasma and dissipated it through capillary tubes in the substructure. Markings on the armor were also consistent with images of a man or humanoid seen in several of the tablets and stones found on other expeditions. The same markings were also noted on the Helix Stone. Despite it being clear that the suit can be activated in some way, no method has been found to do it. It appears to be missing a component, likely the Doom Marine himself. I'm going to turn off the subtitles because the text just looks so shitty. I don't know if that's like a bug or intentional choice.
Demonic presence at unsafe levels. Lockdown in effect.
Alright, let's get this started.
Demonic presence at unsafe levels. Lockdown in effect.
Motherfucker. Oh.
Demonic presence at unsafe levels. Lockdown in effect. Demonic presence eliminated. Lockdown disengaged.
I almost forgot how fun this game is.
He cannot be allowed to leave this place. He would kill
I'm willing to take full responsibility for the horrible events of the last 24 hours, but you must understand. Our interest in their world was purely for the betterment of mankind. Everything has clearly gotten out of hand now, yes. But it was worth the risk, I assure you.
You know what? You would think that, you know, since the Doom Marine is silent, that there's like he didn't really have any characterization, but every now and then in the story, like when Samuel Hayden's talking to him, you'll kind of see how like he's like, you know, it was worth the risk, you know, but clearly things have gotten out of hand, and he kind of looks to the dead human corpse near him, you know, as kind of a reference to like, well, you know, yeah, what you've done has gone too far since it's obviously cost the lives of many innocents. So, Okay, let's see here. Oops. Despite the discovery of liquid water on Mars in the early 21st century, the colonization of Mars had little appeal beyond exploration for the next century. The discovery of the Argent Fracture, a transdimensional stream of unrefined Argent plasma in 2095, settling and mining Mars became both practical and essential to meet the vast energy demands of Earth. However, the need for atmospheric conversion and terraforming of the red planet was a task that seemed insurmountable to all but one corporation, the UAC. Through their diligent education to technological advancement and forward thinking, an outpost was established in MTC 2096 to extract Argent plasma from the fracture. When this plasma is subjected to the UAC's fermionic transference pattern, Argent energy is produced. This remarkable venture eventually bore fruit as Argent energy became the primary power source for all Earth. New visitors to the UAC facility may take for granted the rich atmosphere while on the surface, but it should be remembered that just a few short decades ago, Mars was an inhospitable desert that could support no life. Unauthorized exploration to the exclusive zones outside the base is not allowed under any circumstances. Highly volatile experiments and artifacts are frequently researched a safe distance away from the base, and your safety in these areas cannot be guaranteed. Gore Nest. Studies of demons upon entering this dimension have shown that their conduct is not purely vindictive. There's a method behind their actions. When a demon captures their prey, the fresh kill, is taken to a temporary ceremonial site where arcane rituals are performed on the pile of blood and gore. When enough corpses have been gathered, the ceremony site becomes a gore nest. These sites, imbued with hell energy from the rituals, act as an umbilical cords to hell. Extreme caution must be taken when approaching a gore nest. Attacking the nest, or indeed any demons within close proximity to the nest, will act as an alarm and siphon more demons from hell. Every UAC employee is provided a standard UAC EMG energy matter gel sidearm upon promotion to Tier 2 and above. The sidearm is reliable and effective at short range. A gravity-geared dynamo in the stock charges a capacitor whenever the operator moves. When the weapon is fired, the capacitor compresses up to 4 megawatts of Argent energy into a hardened plasma gel and launches the slug at high velocity. The gel slug has the same impact properties of conventional ammunition, making the weapon act and feel like a standard ballistics firearm. The weapon is constructed of thermally diffusive metal alloys which allow it to discharge rapidly and repeatedly without overheating or compromising the accuracy. The capacitor in the EMG also can be upgraded to concentrate the energy into one large pulse for more stopping power. Yeah, well, the pistol is crap in this game. USA shotgun disperses a threat of high-velocity buckshot for maximum impact against the enemy, ideally suited for the operative who requires a speedy response for deadly close encounters. The wide coverage of this weapon loses impact at long range. The weapon is forged from a high-quality titanium steel alloy to ensure maximum reliability, repeat rate, and yield strength. Imp. These ferocious and agile demons are found all over hell, and are often used in the front line in a concentrated attack in either dimension. They revel in battle, feeding off their victims when the hunger takes them. The possessed are created in a Lazarus wave event, a phenomenon first discovered by Dr. Olivia Pierce during her Lazarus project. Most victims exposed to Argent byways will expire without further effect. Some subjects will absorb traces of Argent energy and enter a state of posthumous vigor. Despite necrosis of the internal organs, with the exception of the brain, the victim continues to animate and exhibit a low order of sentience for weeks or even months after clinical death. Posthumous brain activity in the possessed is limited to instinctive behavior. The possessed are known to be territorial when confronted by the living. When isolated, they will often enter a dormant state for extended periods of time. They will stand unmoving for days or weeks at a time until presented with a live food source or threatened by a predator. An interesting behavior has been seen when the possessed are held in small groups. They will drag human corpses to a central location within their holding pens, then perform a silent ritual around the pile of bodies, resulting ceremonial site appears. The resulting ceremonial site appears to be in the initial stages of a gore nest. These actions must be driven by a telepathic communication with higher-ranking demons. As there is no local brain activity that could manage such choices, the possessed will perform these tasks even when limbs are removed or Pavlovian pain responders are implemented in their cortex, further cementing the theory that they are unwilling slaves performing an integral part of the life cycle of demons. The possessed create the birthing ground for new demons and upon expiration are themselves used as fertilizer for the gore nest. Damn it. The hell just hit me? Oh wow. Ha! I just owned myself there. Man, I forget, man, those barrels have like a way bigger range than you think they do. No big deal. Okay, that was a little sloppy. Oh man, that freaking explosive ward pack so good. And it. I think I remember. I have to. There we go. Yeah, I forgot about lowering those platforms. I wasn't thinking. Okay, exposition dump. Here we go. Oops. Advocates, welcome to the UAC. This guidebook will serve as your personal guide to fitting in at the Origin facility on Mars. Your devotion to the UAC's mission is the foundation on which we achieve the establishment of a new paradigm to move humanity forward into the future. Tier 1 advocates may take some time to adjust to life on Mars, but with faith and dedication, you can look forward to a long and fruitful career as you work towards full induction. Your transition to Tier 2 status will be judged upon your actions here. Make a good impression, new advocates. This guide will update automatically as you access new areas of the facility. Expect more helpful hints to the UAC way of life. As we say here on Mars, power from the people. Field drone. Often referred to as droppers, these drones were developed by the UAC to autonomously receive and deliver ordered parts to engineers, off-duty employees, and soldiers. Elite Guard. The Elite Guard is a company of security personnel charged with protecting the Lazarus Project research and maintaining order throughout the Origin facility. Their distinct red uniforms help distill a calming influence among the UAC employees, and they are known to be level-headed, disciplined, and fair but firm. Their suits contain cybernetic augments, which give the Elite Guards an advantage should they need to quell any disturbances. Their augmentations allow them to be faster, stronger, more resilient to injury. Let's see here. Frag grenade. Explosion shot. This shotgun ammunition incorporates a glycerin fuse that detonates in octanitro-cubane gel. I guess that's how you say it. Probably not. Upon impact, embedded shot is dispersed at the point of impact, creating a wide area of effect, highly effective against multiple targets, or when detonated to the rear of enemies in whatever. I don't even know what that word. I've never seen that before, honestly. Defilade. Frag grenade. The design of this weapon is conventional in nature, though it has been refined to perform at the limit of its ballistic capabilities. The USC fragmentation grenade uses a Comp D explosive package encased in a steel alloy shell. It has an effective fatality radius of about 5 meters. Improvements on the antiquated M67 grenade include a more reliable chemical fusion mechanism, interior machining of the casing to provide more efficient projectile dispersion, and a trigger switch safety clip to prevent unwanted activation. The newer Comp D explosive also ensures the radio pressure wave has no drop spots, ensuring full damage potential within the fatality zone. Possessed soldier. While the Lazarus wave exposure does effectively wipe any vestige of human behavior from most of its victims, some subjects continue to display tactical cognizance posthumously. As with possessed engineers, this does not appear to be random. If an individual has training in combat as part of the UAC military, the Lazarus wave event will transform them into more than mere slaves. This anomaly further supports the theory that there is some form of genetic coding embedded within the Lazarus wave particles which governs the outcome of Lazarus wave exposure on a per-case basis. Oh, that hit me right in the face. I like how every time you try to melee a possessed person, it seems you flying past them. Really annoying. Oh wait, I already got the secret there. Just trying to make sure I'm not missing anything. Let's see here. I got all the secrets. Okay, I'm good. Man, everything's so red. Anyway. I don't know how that happened, but whatever. I remember going through this on Nightmare. Like, that was probably one of the most annoying things, is that the other surface areas when you're on Mars is not that bad, but like this one in particular, it's so freaking red you can't see anything. Other than that, though, I mean, that problem doesn't really occur after this, but still painless in the anus. some ammo. Okay. Oh, that was a close one. That was good. There we go. Alright, that went way better. Oh, never mind. Wrong one. There we go.
Welcome to the UAC. Now 221 accident-free days.
All right. Let us continue. Broken free from your prison, pitted against evil, the cycle begins anew. To discover the cause of the demonic invasion, first locate and align the communications satellite in the Resource Operations Facility. Yeah, I remember doing this on Nightmare. It was like this first level and not this whole level, but there's one in particular. When I get there, I'll point it out. But it's sorry about that. Yeah, but there's one particular room with a gore nest. It's like the one you have to take the elevator to get to. That one was a real pain in the butt.
Hello, I am
Nightmare
Vega,
difficulty.
the sentient intelligence assigned to Mars. After running diagnostics on the Praetor suit, it appears that I can activate optional challenges that, when completed, will assist in upgrading your arsenal at an accelerated pace. I have added a tracking component to your dossier.
Okay. Shotgun, 45 different glory kills on the possessed, find 3 secrets. Whatever.
Power offline. All entrances not operational.
It's pretty easy.
Main power offline. All entrances not operational.
Okay, perform 5 different glory kills. So.
Main power offline. All entrances not operational.
Correct. Damn it. Come on.
Main power offline. All entrances not operational.
Oh, okay, never mind. For a second there, I thought I was about to fall out of the level or some crap.
Main power offline. All entrances not operational. Main power offline. All entrances not operational. Main power online.
I believe in honesty, especially now, in what will be your final moments in this world. All the rumors, the human sacrifices, the hell portal, the demons. It's all true. My sisters and brothers, be thankful. You will be the first. You will have a seat alongside them, just as I will, in what will become the new world that they create for us. Starting now.
I remember the first time I played this game, and at the end of that video, where like all that crazy noise happens, that blew my freaking ears out, man. That shit was so loud. Oh my god. Because I had my headphones on, right, and I had like everything cranked up to the max, and like I don't know if I turned on virtual surround sound or whatever it was. And man, I like to flew out of my chair. So funny. Cause she's just like talking, and it's like the volume for the audio is really loud, but like that where the video cuts, it's like boom! Holy crap! Scared shit out of me when that happened.
My sisters and brothers, be thankful.
Yeah. Weapon point gained. Yeah, buddy.
Especially now, in what will be your final moments in this world.
Come on, I know there's another amp over there. You go. There it is.
The demons. It's true. My sisters and brothers be
Okay, now I gotta do this without falling off the map.
You will have a seat alongside them, just as I will, in what will become the new world that they create for us.
No, I'm trying to remember how I did this. Oh, okay. Been so long.
And what will be your final moments in this sisters and brothers be thankful. You will be the first. You will have a seat alongside them, just as I will, in what will become the new world that they create. Now.
Demonic presence at unsafe levels. Lockdown impact.
Wow, that was I need to man up.
Demonic presence eliminated. Lockdown disengaged.
I'm surprised this doesn't register as a secret area. I find that so strange.
Here at the UAC, we take pride in the workforce, and each year we harvest only the best of the best. Are you ready to move up? To take on new challenges? To become more than you ever dreamed you could be? Talk to your supervisor to see if you meet the requirements for this year's Soul Artist.
They only give me like 11 shells, are you kidding me? Waste the chainsaw here.
Access denied. Yellow security limits required. Access denied. Yellow security clearance required.
Yeah, this is the area. This area sucks on that.
Lockdown in effect.
I'm just gonna really pop the. Get up there. See if there's anything. Oh man, that they're almost full. Yeah, that's what gets you killed. Trying to go up on a platform and you don't grab the.
Demonic presence eliminated. Lockdown disengaged. See, this is kind of tedious because you have to get the plasma rifle, then come back and grab this thing and get your alternate firing mode. What? Okay, I don't know what happened there. I need to punch him, not grab the door. You know, I know they put a lot of focus on the multiplayer, but I really wish they would have done like an expansion for the single player. Kind of like they did with Doom 3, you know, you had Resurrection of Evil, but you can't have everything, right? And I gotta go back this way. Access granted.
I'm trying to think. Is there, no, there's nobody on dialogue in there.
freaking hell. Blew up on it. There we go. Okay. You know, I feel like all the weapons they had in this game, I feel like the plasma rifle, like, presentation-wise, is the weakest. So... just the texture looks kind of washed out, and... just doesn't look that cool compared to all the other weapons. So, I feel like everything else, they did a great job. Yeah, if you're gonna play Nightmare, stun mod on the plasma rifle is an absolute must. Was it dead along here? Can't remember. There's a loading time.
Access granted. Welcome to the UAC's Mars installation, located in the vast Hellas Plain impact basin. This high-tech mining research facility is pushing the boundaries of the imagination each and every day. As a valued employee, your loyalty is more than just a commitment to the UAC. It's a commitment to the future of mankind. Thank you for your service. All UAC employees are subject to regular med checks to ensure their production capabilities are not degraded.
Oh.
Welcome to the UAC's Mars installation, located in the vast Hellas Plain impact basin. This high-tech mining and research facility is pushing the boundaries of the imagination each and every day. As a valued employee, your loyalty is more than just a commitment to the UAC. It's a commitment to the future of your service.
Dude, come on. Why am I not grabbing the ledge? Come on, dude. Come on. No. It's like, I'm like ledge retarded or something. Oh, what's going on? I think you just had an aneurysm there. That's kind of funny. My platform is sucking. Yeah, I was retarded. I could not grab that ledge. For some reason, to get the berserker girl up. Not even damn sense. Don't think there's anything down here. This is pretty cool right here. Oh, I messed it up. Oh, I hit the... Oh, I totally messed it up. Oh well. Okay.
blocking your access to the facility scanner. Come to the Vega terminal, and I'll give you what you need.
Is that it? Just when they spawn more. Oh, there it is. I was right. That dude's still alive. Oh, there he is. Got him. Man, these amps, they're so... I got like surgical precision with them damn fireballs. No. There we go. Okay. I don't know why I wasted that ammo. There's an ammo box in this room here. Oh well. There it is. always really dug the lighting in this game. There's a really good feel to the atmosphere. There we go.
It's a gift. Take it. It will give you strength, help you on your journey, if you can withstand the power surge.
It'll give you strength. Armor.
That is pure Argent energy you've just taken into your system. It seems to agree with you. I will unlock the remaining Argent cells within the facility for you. Vega, give him what he wants.
61,337 UAC members deceased. 81% of the facility is on lockdown. Demonic presence through the Mars installation is critical. According to the records, Dr. Hayden, the invasion originated in the Lazarus facility. It seems that a hell wave was activated, transforming 64% of all UAC employees into the creatures you see roaming throughout the facility. The rest were killed by the demons released from their holding cells by Olivia Pierce.
I feel I should apologize for what's happened here. Some of my employees took things too far. Olivia was the cause of all this, and I believe you will have to deal with her in time. You may not agree with our research, but know this. We exploited Hell and its resources because it was in mankind's best interest to do so. What you now see in this facility is the cost of progress. But none of that matters now.
There is an emergency in the foundry. The regulators have been destroyed and the core temperatures are now destabilizing.
They've overrun the adjacent facility. If the venting turbines aren't re-engaged, neither of us will survive the meltdown.
Okay. Exposition time. Resource Operations Center, referred to as RESOPS, was one of the first facilities constructed at the Mars base after the discovery of the Argent fracture. It encompasses several key areas needed to run the facility, including plasma extraction and processing, isotope stabilization, heavy metal, and ore mining. Heavy metal. Artifact analysis, communications, networking, and off-board transportation. New UAC employees posted to the Mars facility are expected to fulfill a tour of duty in ResOps before moving on to their specialized career bracket. Security clearance level 1 allows access to all areas of ResOps, excluding the Vega networking hubs and some satellite control centers. For access to these locations, new advocates must submit a Delta Q Delta form to the departmental enforcer. In that vision, they saw a future bold and powerful, and the many worked as one to bring the new order. What better words to inspire you as you set about initiating yourself into the UAC? Those who came before you and those who serve with all operate with the same goal in mind. The development of a new dawn for mankind. It is by this principle of teamwork that we will elevate ourselves to the next plane of existence. That sounds kind of like a cult. If you have any new suggestions to improve the work environment while working in your tenure in ResOps, please submit suggestion form WAD E1M4. That's a Doom 1 reference. To your command controller. However, it is imperative that you learn to accept the things you can't change and follow the path that has been laid out for you. Your service in ResOps is a test. Your devotion to the cause. Should you be asked to submit yourself to an interrogation program or experimental treatment, you are expected to comply to that question. A fellow advocate asks you to engage in dedication ceremony, say yes. If you see an advocate doubting their role at the UAC, bring it to the attention of an enforcer that they might be so they might receive the help they need. Don't be selfish. Tier 2 is for everyone. Of course it is. Argent energy. Early in the development of the Argent accumulator, it was discovered that Argent plasma compressed into Hayden radius spheres, named after Samuel Hayden, would retain its structure when charged with enough radioactive isotopes. Once formed, if the surface tension of the plasma sphere is broken, the energy cache contained within will quickly discharge, energizing anything it comes into contact with. Argent caches were the forerunner of the Argent accumulator, but their vulnerability to blunt force makes their use too unpredictable. There are still hundreds of prototypes. Argent caches to be found around the Argent facility and have become somewhat a collector's item among UAC employees. Should you find an Argent cache, please report your finding to a departmental enforcer. Vega. Running the Argent facility takes a lot of power, not just electrical and mechanical power, but computational power. With so many interdependent systems feeding off a single power source, the UAC decided it would need to create a central mainframe computer to manage not only the flow of Argent energy, but the day-to-day operations of the facility with over 60,000 employees. This mega computer, the brainchild of Samuel Hayden, head of the UAC, would exceed the computational ability of any system before it, and more importantly, would be recognized as the first truly autonomous artificial intelligence entity. They named it Vega. Chainsaw. There have been reports of this item being seen at the Argent facility, though there are no known uses for it. Security personnel have been made aware that this item has likely been smuggled onto Mars, and have been directed to confiscate it immediately. As there are no practical uses for it, it must be assumed that this item should be considered a black market enthusiast weapon. What's funny is in Doom 3, there's it's like in the first, level, like before everything goes crazy and like all the demons break out. These like random staff members are having a conversation and they're like complaining about like how someone messed up shipping orders and they got like a freaking lifetime supply of chainsaws, and it's like there's nothing they can do with them on Mars, So, in a funny way, it's like they kind of explain in the story, like, how do chainsaws end up on Mars, right? Kind of tongue-in-cheek. Heavy assault rifle. Though recently superseded by the plasma rifle as a UAC standard issue weapon, the heavy assault rifle is still in widespread use due to its dependable mechanical firing mechanism, highly accurate at long range, and an abundant supply of ammunition. The weapon is effective at all engagement distances and is best used against a solitary target unless a missile modification is present. The standard issue ammunition is a .50 caliber full metal jacket rounds. Plasma rifle. Plasma rifle has become standard issue among military units with the advent of Argent powered electromagnetic accelerators based off the HIPGD design of the early 21st century. This weapon delivers a rapid salvo of plasmoids that inflict both impact and thermal damage to the target. Stun bomb. This modification condenses multiple plasmoids into a single pulse. The resulting discharge exceeds the Franheiser limit. I have an idea of what that means. Creating a string of Birkeland currents. The resulting filamentary structure will incapacitate any target caught within the radius for a few seconds. These modifications require cooling between uses. Monsters. Possessed engineer. During the Lazarus Wave event, victims undergo dramatic changes to the physiology, both internally and externally. Aside from fundamentally changing the composition of their internal organs, the high-intensity plasma wave is strong enough to fuse metal to skin. In many cases, personal items such as watches and jewelry can burn through the skin, become permanently embedded in the victim. Perhaps the most unfortunate victims of this fusion event are any subjects that happen to be working with acetylene tanks for welding equipment. As this equipment is often attached to the body to allow for the mobile work in low-gravity environments, a Lazarus wave will create a demonized human with a highly combustible explosive device embedded in its skin. As with all possessed creatures, they are mindless and driven through some form of telepathic communication from an unknown demon overseer. Additional care must be taken when confining a possessed engineer. If the fuel tank is punctured and doesn't explode, the weakened container can turn the possessed engineer into an explosive projectile. This is any danger to any being nearby, both human and demon. Possessed security. Possessed security units exhibit the most complex battle strategies of all possessed humans, including mobile security advances towards enemy and firing while in defilade. I really don't like pronouncing that word. Possessed security will also drop their shields to adopt a more accurate firing sense at the cost of lowering their defense. Possessed security will keep an optimal distance from its target. If the target gets too close, the possessed security will attack with a ferocious shield bash, then retreat to the preferred engagement range. Possessed security have only been observed using the DS-117 UAC shotgun and shield outfit, which suggests that their ranks are exclusively created from the members of a special forces military unit called the UAC Neo-Phalanx. The Neo-Phalanx is used exclusively as military defense for remote UAC calls. The Berserk Artifact. Test subjects exposed to this sphere exhibit extreme rage and increased strength. It has been noted that subjects given the Berserk sphere will vent their rage on any living creature they can find, and will even self-harm if they have no outlet for their fury. In the extremely rare case that a subject survives exposure, they will be left in a perpetual state of delirium and should be exterminated. Alright, there goes the exposition dump. Okay, I got all the secrets, so time to continue. I'm gonna get something to drink. Medicine man.
After running more diagnostics on the active Praetor suit, it appears that I can accelerate the upgrading of your arsenal by measuring your combat effectiveness. I have added a tracker to your helmet's display.
The facility will not allow you access to the turbine room unless the demonic threat level is brought down inside the foundry. Our security systems cannot be overridden.
Yeah, I don't mind the pentagram on the floor. Let's see here. Okay. Three above. Did I not get that? Man. Oh, checkpoint. I guess the grenade killed him, not the barrel. Dumb. Try that again. Okay.
Gas leak detected. Access denied. Warning. Core temperature rising.
Man, he got kind of messed up, didn't he? He's all jacked up. Shit. Yeah. Oops.
Access granted. Gas leak stopped.
Whoa, I'm surprised that didn't kill me.
Demonic threat reduced by 25%.
Your devotion to the UAC's mission.
Yep. Wrong button.
After UAC accidental death and dismemberment.
Accident. Yeah, I can't even speak English. Accidental death and dismemberment. That's kind of funny. And I just killed myself with it. Oh my. Wow, that stun didn't last that long. Okay.
Warning, core temperature rising.
Wow. Okay. Get a direct hit with an explosive shot that will spawn a customer. Get 20 direct hits on reps. Oh, nothing is messed up. Now, can I do this without killing myself? Yes, I can. Wait, is that a button or not? I thought that was a button sometimes. Oh shit. I don't even know what's going on right now. Let's go back. Oh. That was kind of silly, but I'll take it.
Demonic threat reduced by 50%.
Man, I think I missed that. Let's get over here. Come on, I know you're here, buddy. Come on. Yep. That was close.
Stay focused. Stay committed. Remember, the Blind Council is always watching.
Excuse me. Jesus. Oh my god. That figures.
Remember, the Blind Council is always watching.
Demonic threat reduced by 50%. Warning. Core temperature rising.
I think I got everything in this area. Pretty sure I did.
Demonic threat reduced by 75%.
See, I think that's so weird how your right analog stick is not used to select your weapons. Because you're not really going to have to aim while you're selecting a weapon, but your left analog stick is. That's kind of weird. Anyway. I need some help. I'm all jacked up here. I don't think there's anything back here.
With you, we will establish a new paradigm and move humanity into the future.
Okay. The fun bit.
Your devotion to the UAC's mission on Mars is the foundation to our success. With you, we will establish a new paradigm. Have you filled out your UAC accidental death and dismemberment form yet? Jessica, to the resource.
What? Go.
Your devotion to the UAC's mission on See Jessica in Human Resources for assistance.
Demote present switches to minimum stage level. Lockdown disengaged. Turbine room doors now
Paradigm and move humanity into the future.
Oh. Apparently there's a data log down there. There.
Warning. Core temperature reaching critical levels. Alright, let's get started. Yeah, I'm not getting these direct hits.
Whoa. I'll just mess my stuff up there. Man, that's the wrong button. What's this one? Dude, why is the right analog stick not assigned to swapping weapons? Why is it the left stick? That's really messing me up. Holy crap. I keep hitting the right stick to swap weapons on my weapon wheel. Oh, man. Freaking hell. Okay.
Demonic presence reduced to minimum safe levels. Lockdown disengaged. Turbine room doors open.
Okay. Fucking MC. Kiss my...
The core temperature is now stabilized.
The primary control room has been activated somewhere nearby. It could be Olivia.
Yeah, this room is also a pretty big pain in the butt on it. So...
Authorization. Olivia Pierce. Alpha 402.
She has locked me out, Dr. Hayden.
All power rerouted to Argent Energy Tower.
She is trying to tear open the portal between our world and theirs.
You could not have saved them anyway.
The system won't allow anyone but Olivia to override it now. We will have to shut down the Argent Tower manually from the surface.
You know, the funny thing is that when you listen to Olivia Pierce and Samuel, how they speak to the Doomery, it's almost like... It's like they know his intentions, or his motivations, you know, so on and so forth. It's like when Samuel Hayden speaks to him, he talks about, you know, this is the cost of progress, and, you know, he offers him the Argent orb or whatever, you know, as a gift. So they have some basic understanding of, I guess, his physiology. You can kind of tell, like, with Samuel, like, when he's speaking to the Doomarine, it's almost like he's trying to negotiate or barter with him, you know, instead of giving direct orders. Like, it's like Samuel Hayden is aware of his power to some degree. And like Olivia Pierce, I think it's kind of interesting how she talks about, you know, you couldn't have saved him anyways. And referring that, you know, she must understand his intentions to some degree, that while he does not appear in that manner, he did have the goal of preserving innocent lives, I think. So in a way, the game does a pretty cool job at kind of characterizing the Doomarine, even though he doesn't really say anything, you know. So you have little neat touches like that. Anyways, I think I've done everything in terms of items. So let's see, exposition time. The Foundry. Foundry is an extension of the Wing of Resource Operations. The first Mars outpost processes all of the heavy elements mined from the outlying Martian landscape and from around the original location of the Argent fracture. Refining Argent plasma requires a large amount of transitional metals and noble gases
So a central location that can be systematically cleansed and decontaminated is required to keep Argent energy production at a maximum efficiency. As such, this area is considered a high-risk area, and all UAC employees are subjected to regular med checks to ensure their production capabilities are not degraded by the environment. Industrial accident-related deaths in the foundry dropped dramatically in MTC 2146 thanks to the implementation of a new UAC safety protocols where employees exposed to dangerous materials are immediately sent to the Lazarus labs for cleansings, re-education, and where possible reintegration. As a result of this protocol, officially reported deaths have dropped to negligible amounts. Congratulations, new advocate. If you are reading this message, you have been promoted to the Foundry Resource Team. If you are volunteered for this service, you are joining an elite band of Tier 1 advocates whose work and dedication keeps our mission running on all cylinders. As a member of the Foundry Resource, you will have access to some of the most advanced equipment the USC has to offer, including grip-ton cargo handlers, Delta V jump boots, and Dyno phasic elevators. All these fancy words. New members might want to consider applying for an exclusive team tattoo upon joining as a sign of faith to our sign of faith in our science. Team tattoos are a mark of your tireless work at the USC and can be requested by signing up for any of the Lazarus Wave case studies. Please contact the Tier 3 Advanced Weaponry Technician to fill your application for a pentagram brand today. That's funny. That's funny. Oh, man. Hell Station. UAC Hell Station follows the same standard designs specifications as predecessors. The Health Pack, but with improved nanobot dispersal and faster cellular analysis. When the patient's arm is inserted into the administration sleeve, the Health Station initiates a microscopic atomic force scan on the subject and administers a nanobot package that targets cellular deficiencies. Chem clusters are then dosed to the patient, which stimulates rapid recovery. Some users experience lightheadedness when using the health station. This can be cured by reinserting the patient's arm into the machine and running it a second time. This step can be repeated as often as necessary. I have a telephone call. I don't know who that is. Samuel Hayden. Samuel Hayden is the chairman of the UAC. Born to a wealthy and powerful Hayden family, he completed his master's in theoretical physics at Oxford University. He showed prodigious talent in several fields, including thermodynamics, electromagnetic theory, and nuclear sciences. At a young age, he established the Samuel Hayden Foundation, a philanthropic organization dedicated to sponsoring young scientific talent and funding scientific programs in schools and colleges. His daunting intellect made him a prime target for the UAC, and they recruited him soon after he was appointed General Director of the Global Science Council. Samuel took over leadership of the UAC a few months after the discovery of the Argent fracture, and immediately put the fracture tower in production. During construction of the Argent Tower, Samuel was diagnosed with stage 4 inoperable brain cancer. Samuel was given 6 months to live. He dedicated those last few months to finding a radical solution to his mortality: cybernetic transference. Micro-missile multi-chamber cylinder located in the primary rear can be loaded with up to 6 HMX missiles. These small but deadly rockets were designed to deliver multiple payloads to a single target, but can be used to subdue multiple targets within a tight kill zone. These missiles will detonate shortly after making contact with the surface. A rocket launcher. This weapon has seen little design modification since its development in the late 21st century. It is standard issue to heavy weapon specialists and all military forces due to its unparalleled direct impact and radius damage. UAC improved the design slightly by adding an automatic quick reload. The weapon casing has been retrofitted to accept UAC-developed modifications. The Hell Knight. The Hell Knight is a towering brute bred for combat deep in the bowels of hell. These diabolical beasts are the prized gladiators of the demon horde. They relentlessly stomp towards their target, smashing their massive fists into the ground with a great shockwave that staggers their opponent and leaves them vulnerable to bone-crushing melee attacks. The Hell Knight's powerful legs allow it to leap across large distances effortlessly, quickly closing the gap to its enemy. Despite their low status among the demon ranks, a seemingly endless numbers, imps have unique characteristics in the battle. Some prefer to fight from elevated positions, while others will rush their target and swipe them with their razor-sharp claws. Walls and obstacles offer no defense against imps, as they will leap great heights and easily hang from surfaces. The imp is capable of channeling hell energy through its hands and shaping it into a projectile. As the imp channels the energy, airborne particles and debris are sucked into the maelstrom to create a condensed superheated fireball. The mechanics of the imp's range attack suggest that they are actually a lower form of the summoner. A Hellraiser. The Hellraiser is an astute and tactical foe that will engage enemies from a distance with a powerful beam of unrefined hell energy. The beam emanates from an arm-like protrusion composed of cartilage and other osseous tissue. Articulation of the cartilage allows the Hellraiser to focus its energy beam into a single charged shot that will obliterate anything that stands in its path. Olivia Pierce, the cult leader of the UAC, is trying to open a gateway into their dimension. She wants to help bring about the end of this world. Another lost soul fallen under Hell's control. Olivia overclocked the Argent Tower, using it to drill a hole into the Hellscape. Let Hell's army through. You need to shut down the Argent Tower before it breaks through into their world by disabling the energy filters located throughout the surface complex. Doo-doo. Doo-doo. Doo-doo.
Olivia is using the tower to drill a doorway into their world. You can prevent her from opening the gate by disabling the tower induction filters.
Untethered cross-dimensional activity is a frequent occurrence outside of the base, so it is recommended that workers buddy up when journeying onto the Martian surface.
Use combat shotgun to eliminate 15 amps when timer expires. Excuse me. Argent cells. That's what they're called. Yeah, that didn't look gross at all. Yeah. I think that's all good. That's the way I came in. Oh. I always dug this soundtrack. Kind of pays homage to the Doom 3 theme. Oh, I forgot to jump on him. No worries. Ah! Some of the stuff, they make it kind of irritating to do. Jumping on top of the lights. Wow. Oh, that was the wrong weapon. Hey, you imagine playing Ultra Nightmare and killing yourself like that? What a headache. That's weird. Yeah. Shit, I thought the game froze on me there for a second. I'm like literally trying to avoid this hell knife and even blast. Okay, there we go. Got it. Yep. Actually, how many weapons must I have? That was weird. Uh, trying to think, do I get another weapon here? So you got the super shot, yeah. Yeah, but the super shotgun doesn't have a... Oh man, I thought I fell off a level there. The super shotgun.
Demonic breach detected.
I like how that imp kept moving after I stunned him. That's cute. And he got up in my asshole. Okay. Dude, this imp, man. Holy crap. There's another one.
Demonic presence at critical limits.
Now we're about to have some fun here. Where's he at? Lou. What a waste of a power-up. Whatever.
We're only temporarily disabling the tower. You need to remove each lens individually. Carefully release the hinges.
Energy contamination detected.
Destroying the production of Argent energy isn't necessary.
You gotta give him credit though. He at least tried to observe a way to disable the thing, but after a short investment, he was terribly irritated.
Demon reached difficulty.
Using that thing. Wow. Okay. So that clipped the ramp there. I'm doing this for a reason here. Try to speed along the vacuum rune there. Hell, you have to pick up 300 items. See, there's another one over here. Damn it.
Wait a minute. Decreases recharge duration, increases total number of equipment charges. Oh wait, no, I'm thinking of the room equipment power. That increases the effectiveness of your grenades or equipped items, whatever it is. See, I got one secret left, and I know what it is, and then I have one Praetorian Guard left, which I'm not sure what he's at.
The hell energy is unusable without the filters.
Warning.
What
Energy
you are
contamination
destroying
critical.
is more valuable than you can possibly imagine. It is a perfect and unlimited energy resource.
Okay, this is annoying. Come on. There we go.
Warning. Energy contamination at critical levels.
We spent decades perfecting the science, selling it to humanity. We balanced their hell energy with our science, making it usable and safe. We solved an energy crisis the world had no answer for. It works. You cannot do this.
What am I doing? All in a day's work, right?
Remember, the 12 Council of Nine is always watching you.
Council of 9, huh? Let's see here. Power up effectiveness.
Questioning your faith? We all have doubts from time to time. A UAC Magus is available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week in the chapel to
Exposition
talk and help
time.
you get back on track.
This data is located in the urgent facility. Okay, well, where's the, Okay, I'm missing a data file here. Where is it? I think it's actually up ahead. Let's find out. See, those are just health packs. Those are not.
Remember,
Whatever.
the 12 Council of Nine is always watching you.
If stopping our energy production is what you want, then you need only to destroy this last filter, and Argent energy will no longer exist in this solar system. we will be back at square one. You have no idea what you have just done.
Olivia is still alive. I've detected her life signature at the Argent Tower. She has removed one of the accumulators from the tower base. It has a unique energy signature that we can track.
Well, that's it then. There's nothing else to be done.
Locked in the Argent facility. This is gonna bug me. So I find it quick.
Questioning your faith? We all have
Okay, I know I picked up a data log in this room right here. Yeah, there was one right here I picked up.
Oh, this is grinding my gears. Yeah, I picked up 1, 2, 3 data logs, right? Apparently there's one in here. That's the automatic thing. Yeah, I grabbed the data log that was in there. Oh, this is bugging the crap out of me. Let's see here. Oh, I'm retarded. I forget later on in this game you come back to this area. So you kind of backtrack through this area and there's 2 logs you get here. That's why I can't find it. What the hell?
Remember, the 12 Council of 9 is always watching.
Alright. I think I'm going to be taking a break for now. So that'll be it for this session.